Welcome.
Thank you, Joey.
We just saw a moment which changed all our lives. The Darren Albert try. Sorry, I dummied to you. Tell us about what happened.
Yeah, well, that's the elephant in the room, isn't it, Joey? That that final play, the ball coming out, dribbling out to myself, and I gave it to Darren Albert. He plays the ball. Matty, your brother, is there. I scooped the ball up. Most blokes knock that on.
Well,
that's another
I wasn't going to pass to
Great ball, that one. Anyway, Matty wants it for the field goal, and I'm calling you down the sideline. You take my call, and I'm begging for the ball. I only had Spud Carroll coming across. Like, he would have worn my palm. He wouldn't have stopped me. Darren Albert, the fastest man in rugby league. I don't know why you'd pass him the ball, and he scores under the post, the scone flyer, and. Yeah, what an amazing moment to be a part of, yeah.
Well, Paul Harrigan always calls you the kid from Curry. What's rugby league like in Curry?
Yeah, it's great. Coalfields town, Joey. You know it well. You're a Cessnock next door. Just love your sport, rugby league and cricket. And that was me. I had a great upbringing, great family, great friends.
You won the comp there too, Curry.
Yeah, so I didn't go the general path. As an 18-year-old in 1995, I was playing reserve grade for Curry. And then I got a start towards the end, and we won a premiership. Ewan McGrady was in that team, which gave me a first real contact with an NRL player. And just how quickly life can change, and I certainly know that down the track. But so I played reserve grade most of the year, 95 to 97, doing a lap around with you blokes with an NRL premiership winner. So yeah, life changed pretty quick.
It's amazing, isn't it? Like, you played so much rugby league, you played so much first grade, won grand finals. Be emotionally more popular for what you do off the field. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, really proud, Freddie. I feel like I've used what I achieved and what I did in rugby league to really help this special thing that I'm doing now. And you're right, I get a bit nervous when I start talking footy, because these days it's all about, it's about the brain cancer and the beanies and the support and what we're doing with research. And I get a lot of emotional people come and talk to me as well about their journeys and struggles.
Now, there's a try you scored in 97 while playing Parramatta, and it's really significant in your development as a player. We'll probably go to it in a sec, but can you talk to it? Here it is here. Why is this significant?
I was just feeling my way in, wasn't sure if I was a first grader. Like I said, I was playing park footy and got centre position there. I played a couple of games on the wing, got a start in the centres, and I just ran into a hole, and you've put this ball in front of me, and it's probably the best ball I ever got in my career. But it gave me confidence, and a lot came off that try. I think people believed that I could be a first grader, and I quickly worked out with blokes like Joey and the team we had, if I just run in the right spots and time my running, and that I can make a career out of it, because I didn't have the brute strength, speed and all that stuff, but I was surrounding myself with some great people, and that sort of kicked my career off.
We get to see you every year around this time, and obviously NRL, whole community gets behind it, but what's like day-to-day look like for you, the foundation and things like that?
Yeah, mate, the spin-off of this round goes all year round for our amazing MHF team. So people are watching at home and they get inspired to do a bike ride or do an event or host a ball. So lots of charity events happen. At this time of year, I'm doing a lot of school visits. I go and visit schools. We talk about beanies and cancer and all these things. So I do a lot of that sort of thing. The foundation is a year-round thing. I'm 100% volunteer. I'm just putting all my heart in it. The foundation is really run by amazing volunteers. We've got a small team, and it really is a huge thing now. Thanks to the NRL, really.
Well, how do you do it? Like, how do you live with illness? What is the secret? Because every time I see you, you're positive, you're upbeat, you make me feel like there's nothing wrong. What's it like on the other side, day-to-day, living with it mentally and like a message to maybe other people? Yeah,
unfortunately, in my brain cancer journey, I meet so many that don't have the luck that I'm having. Matt Callender's a great example, Channel 9 employee, and inspired this whole round. He didn't have the luck that I've had. I'm having some wonderful luck. I have scans every 4 or 5 months. I'm surrounded by a wonderful family. My wife, Kira Lee's a warrior, and all our friends and family. So I get inspiration and positivity from the people around me, and I look around over this month, and everywhere I look, there's beanies and there's support, and it gives me the inspiration to find a cure for brain cancer, because selfishly I need one, and so many others out there need one. And what inspires me is the families that it's too late to help their family because they've lost their loved one, but they're still our greatest supporters and they're still raising a lot of money for us.
I feel like when you were diagnosed, it feels like yesterday, all your mates, all the old boys who played with you, rallied around you. But it wasn't only that, there was a community of Newcastle, up around Cessnock and Curry. Do you feel like the community gave back to you? Because I know you gave so much to the community when you were playing.
Yeah, I think so, Joey. I think the lead up to my diagnosis, I was in a bit of training with the way I sort of acted in the community, what I did. I think the community started to pay me back. The mates got around me, and it's
because you're always going to schools and hospital visits, and you didn't have to, but when you were playing, you did that.
Yeah, I just felt a real responsibility representing the Knights and Newcastle to get out there, and I was so grateful to be doing it. You know, I was an apprentice fitter at the start, and I worked, and I just was so grateful to be where I was, and I just wanted to do what I could to help the community. And then things fell over for me, and then all my friends, they really got right behind me, and they said, what can we do to help? And not just then the rugby league community, like players I played against and with, and even younger that I didn't even know, that get behind me in what I'm doing, and it really is inspiring and heartwarming.
You talked about before, you get to meet inspirational people. You do events at the end of every year to raise money. I know Trent Robinson's been on a couple. Give us some insights into some of the people you've actually met who have really impressed you.
Oh, well, like straight up, like someone like Paul Harrigan just pulled me aside and said, mate, you're going to create history here. You're doing something special here, and I know it's going to happen. And I held on to those words, and 10 years down the track, we are on our way to doing something really special. Just in general, like just the rugby league community that gets behind me. I remember the first beanie round, Freddie, you just grabbed, I think, $800. You bought a heap of beanies, you started throwing them in the crowd at Cronulla, and I just thought, wow, this is the spirit that this is all about, and I feel like that spirit's carried on. I'm meeting, I was having a coffee with Bedsy and a friend last week, and this lady was looking out, a young girl, 25 I reckon, and she was looking at me and looked a bit awkward. I could just feel something was wrong, so I went over to her. She started crying. We went outside, and she just said, thank you so much. Your foundation is giving us so much hope and inspiration. And I went to the races 2 days later, and a lady, she was in her 40s, lost her husband 2 months ago, started crying because of the inspiration and hope that the MHF has given. None of this happens if we're not on the television and we're not getting the leading players in our game wearing our beanies and getting the word out there. So it's really special.
It's about this time of year Robbo starts training. Because he doesn't train much, the big fella. It's about this time of year he starts sleeping in altitude chambers and things like that. So is there anything planned for the back end of the year? Any big? I know you got the big treks and things like that. So. The treks have been really special because what it does, it gives each trekker personal growth. And I think in life we need to still set goals. We need to tackle mountains. We need something to aim for, and that's what it gives these trekkers. And we've got so many trekkers that their lives have changed by doing this. And you're raising money for a charity, so that's out of your comfort zone. We are going to Vietnam for a bike ride in October. Got a couple of spots there if anyone wants to come. We're going.
It's a challenge. It's fun. It's emotional. It's really, really special thing to do. So the big three trekkers, they're going to walk from Sydney to Newcastle. There's 65 of them. They're an amazing group, former players, people that have got their stories. So Luke Alexander from Newcastle's done a wonderful job in doing that. They've raised $150,000 already. So there's just so many little things going in and around this week.
Getting back to your footy, the day that changed all our lives, the 97 grand final, it didn't start too well for you. When we're having breakfast?
Yeah, this story, yeah. So I was in the Coogee Bay Hotel, beautiful spot, and I
not the pub, at the hotel.
At the hotel, and biggest day of my life, played about 10 first grade games. I moonwalked to the elevator and danced my way into the breakfast room, and as I walked in, there's about 6 of the boys around a table looking into the paper, and they're laughing and looking at me as I come in, and I'm shy at this stage, and I wander over, they throw me the newspaper, so there it is, and that's the lift out of all the players, and it's, number 7, Andrew Johns, best halfback in the game, number 8, Paul Harrigan, ferocious leader, and number 11, Adam Muir, edge runner, and it had and my weight program hadn't quite kicked in yet, and it had Mark Hughes' shoulders like a brown snake.
That's all it had.
Yeah, so that wasn't the best way. I choked on my Cocoa Pops and had to get on with the day. But yeah, the boys thought that was funny. And look, I was a bit under the weight at times, I suppose, for the modern day player. But I didn't have that weight program like everyone else. I didn't. Playing for Curry, there was none of that, and I know you're a bit surprised by that.
I'm on the same weight program.
Yeah, mate, look, you're the same. We're in
Was
together,
that the
mate.
game you sledged Hopper? Hopper pulled his hair, boots his Mark's hair, and he goes, "Hey, Hopper Whitey, a leopard doesn't change its stripes."
Yeah, that was,
And we said, "Hey, it's spots."
yeah, no, I was very young playing against blokes like Hopper and Terry Hill, and that was an amazing experience. And it hardened me up for my career, I guess. Yeah.
How was the couple of days after the 97?
The town, it was euphoria in the town. You know what it's like, mate. We got the bus back, and just the way the town reacted, they made it so special. And a real special group of players, you know, and really young backs, you know, blokes like Adam McDougall and Darren Albert, Owen Craigie, myself were there, and Matty and Joey were calling the shots. And we had some real hardened forwards and leaders, Paul Harrigan, Tony Butterfield, you know, Mark Glanville. It was really, really special team. What a local feel, and yeah, it was amazing.
The bloke sitting here is coming to the end of his career. How was it the end of your career, and you know, what sort of took up all your energy and time?
Yeah, so my career, I had a really good run of injuries. The last couple of years I had a fair few injuries, and then I had a year over in France and came back, and I've worked Blue Tongue Brewery, which was, follow your passion. So I worked for Blue Tongue Brewery and just was selling a bit of beer and doing that stuff. Then I went into a business and was working really hard, and then fell into, got sick, and I had to relieve a lot of things. These days I've got air locker training, which is altitude gyms, and that keeps me fit and healthy, and I love being a part of that. So yeah, like life's good. You're gonna be great after footy, Luke. Don't worry, mate. But there's life after footy, as we all know. It's a small period in your life. I think it's what you make of this gift you've had for 10 or 15 years. What you make of it after that is very important.
What's the end result for you with the Mark Hughes Foundation? You've raised over $30 million. What is the end goal?
A lot. Yeah, it's been what a journey. Look, the Mark Hughes Foundation Brain Cancer Centre, we're doing a lot of work. It's all about the research. We've got great collaborations. We think we've got to think differently. This is a big problem. From when we started, I would rate it like a NRL rugby league team, 1970s, where you'd have one coach and that's what brain cancer had, a coach and a strapper and an assistant coach. Now, 10 years later, we're probably structured like an NRL team. We've got people around us. We're collaborating. We had 100-odd people, brain cancer people in Melbourne, and they come up to me and Kirale and they say, "I'm just so thankful for this, because this didn't happen before you guys get here, because we're really getting a lot of collaboration and a lot of power of more heads together, because there's a big problem and we need the big answers." So we're working hard on it, Joey, and we're very confident and feeling great about it. We just want better outcomes so that families and people have got real hope. How does that happen? We need people to simply buy a beanie, I guess. It's $25 and you get a beanie. So if people are watching and they are in a position, please go to your Lowe's right across Australia, selected IGAs, or get on the Mark Hughes Foundation website, and our volunteers will send you a beanie there online. So that's the simple way.
Well, thanks for coming down from God's country up in Newcastle. You're an inspiration, not only your mates, but I feel like you've transcended rugby league now in the community. You're such a big figure. So thanks for coming down. All the best. I know it's a big couple of weeks for you with the Mark Hughes Foundation, but everyone get out and support this man. And he's not going to rest till there's a cure for brain cancer.
This year, NRL on 9 is your one-stop shop for all footy.
That's right, Freddie. Not about the highlights. Action. 7 days a week.
Billy and Gus podcast, get that on your drive on the way home. Immortal Behaviour, grab a seat on the couch for that. And of course, my favourite, Freddie in the Own.
The best footy brains, the biggest games.
Don't trust the algorithm, subscribe to NRL on 9 and get all your entertainment there.